Liverpool have a huge problem, and guess what? It's only going to get bigger starting next summer. But hold on, no need to panic just yet. What we're talking about today is actually a good problem to have. So let's break it down for you. To compete on all fronts, a team doesn't just need technical and physical skills in equal measure, they also need squad depth. And not just anywhere, it has to be across every single position. The Premier League is a long, grueling campaign, and without enough depth, even the best teams can find themselves in trouble. Just look at how Manchester City have started to struggle after Rodri's injury. Squad depth matters everywhere, from your strikers to midfielders, all the way back to the goalkeepers. Every position counts. Take last season for example. If City's backup goalkeeper, Ortega, hadn't stepped up when Alisson got injured and pulled off that game-saving stop against Spurs, Arsenal might have ended up as the league champions. That one moment of depth made all the difference. Luckily, Liverpool don't have to worry about their goalkeeper situation. Or do they? In fact, their depth in this position might soon create a problem of its own. From Kelleher's brilliance this season, to Alisson proving once again he's a world-class goalkeeper, and the looming arrival of Jurgen, Mamardashvili next summer, things are getting very interesting. So hit that like and subscribe button, and let's dive into Liverpool's biggest problem. Let's be honest, number 2s or second choice goalkeepers are often the most overlooked players in football. It's a position most people just set and forget, even when picking their fantasy Premier League team. And in almost in every squad, the gap in quality between the starting goalkeeper and his backup is pretty obvious. But is that the case for Liverpool? Well, we can confidently say it's not. Kelleher has shown he's more than capable of being the first choice goalkeeper for any Premier League club, and he proved it last season with Alisson out and Liverpool's defensive line struggling at times. It was Kelleher who came through with his big saves, whether it was keeping us from falling behind or helping us secure all 3 points. His heroics in the EFL Cup final were just the cherry on top, showing not only his talent but also his composure and self-belief under pressure. This season, it's been more of the same from Kelleher. Despite a shift in Liverpool's playing style and returning to his role as second choice, he hasn't missed a beat. With Alisson's sideline, Kelleher stepped up once again, proving to everyone that he's more than good enough to be the Reds' starting goalkeeper. No matter the game state or the scoreline, Kelleher's brilliant saves just keep on coming, just like last season. Take our clash with Brighton for example. In a first half where we struggled to get into the game, the young keeper pulled off a crucial stop to deny the Seagulls from going 2-0 up. If that goal had gone in, the match would have been a lot tougher for us to turn around. Think about his goal line save against Bournemouth, the incredible stops against Aston Villa, and his recent heroics against Bayer Leverkusen. These are just a few moments off the top of our heads where Kelleher stepped up and helped us come out on top. And it's not just about the eye test, his stats back it up. Kelleher ranks 3rd in save percentage and 6th in goals prevented compared to other Premier League goalkeepers. That's no small feat for a so-called number 2. But Kelleher's job isn't just about making saves. He's also proven he's more than capable of fitting into Slot's approach, baiting the opposition's press and going long to bypass teams trying to press us high up the pitch. This was crystal clear in our last 2 games against Aston Villa and Bayer Leverkusen. Against the Germans, Kelleher consistently played accurate long balls to teammates, bypassing the opposition's press with ease. And against Villa, he showed a different side of his game. Take this moment for example. With the ball at his feet, he calmly put his studs on it, inviting the opposition to press before securely passing it around them. That's composure under pressure. Once again, the stats back it up. Kelleher currently ranks 3rd for accurate short passes and passes into the penalty area among Premier League goalkeepers. Still, we can all agree on one thing. Kelleher might just be the unluckiest goalkeeper in the world. No matter how well he performs or how many times he steps up, he'll always be seen as the number 2. And why? Because Liverpool already has one of the best, if not the best, goalkeepers in the world, our Brazilian wall, Alisson. Remember, all the strengths we just highlighted about Kelleher, now imagine all of those on steroids. That's Alisson for you. The Brazilian currently sits at the top of the league when it comes to key stats like prevented goals and save percentage. And he's no slouch with the ball at his feet either, ranking higher in the metrics like short and accurate passes. And this is where the dilemma begins. Alisson is without question the first choice goalkeeper, with Kelleher firmly in the number 2 spot. But isn't it a bit unfair for the Irishman to head straight back to the bench once Alisson recovers from his injury? Let's be real, Kelleher deserves more regular game time and a guaranteed starting role. To be completely honest, here at Panenka, we fully expected Kelleher to leave last summer in search of that elusive starting spot. And if he decides to move on in the next transfer window, who could blame him? But then there's Alisson. As incredible as he is, we can't ignore the fact that he's becoming one of the most injury injury-prone goalkeepers in recent memory. This season alone, he's already missed 10 games due to 2 separate injuries. If we were heading into the next summer transfer window with the current situation, predicting that would happen would have been pretty straightforward. With Alisson getting older and struggling with injuries, it would make sense to offer Kelleher some guarantees about his playing time, whether that means reducing Alisson's workload or even striking a deal to send the Brazilian to a Saudi club. However, things aren't that simple anymore. Why? Because we have a third party in the discussion, Jurgen Mamardashvili. The Georgian goalkeeper has already signed his Liverpool contract and is currently out on loan at Valencia. At first glance, many might assume Liverpool brought Jurgen in as a backup option. After all, he's a year younger than Kelleher and comes from a country not exactly known for producing footballing superstars. But that's a complete misconception because Mamardashvili isn't just any signing. He's one of the hottest young goalkeeping prospects in Europe. Not only did he shine during Georgia's impressive Euros campaign in the summer, but he's also been putting in solid performances in Spain. Sure, some might argue that Valencia's current position at the bottom of La Liga casts doubts on his ability. So how can he still be considered performing well? Well, despite Valencia sitting at the bottom of the table, their struggles have more to do with their attack than their defense. They've only scored 8 goals this season, the weakest offensive record in the league. On the defensive side though, they've conceded 17 goals, which isn't even close to the worst in La Liga. In fact, 8 other teams have conceded more, including 5th place Villarreal. It's also worth noting that Jurgen ranked 6th in the league for expected goals against. No matter how good a goalkeeper is, there's only so much they can do when faced with that level of pressure. Even still, he's managed to rank 6th in La Liga for most clean sheets, a clear sign that Valencia's struggles are not down to him. What's more, Jurgen is steadily improving the ball playing ability. He currently sits 4th in the league for accurate short passes and 6th for passes into the penalty area, metrics that show his development as a modern goalkeeper. If you want a deeper dive into what Jurgen brings to the table, be sure to check out the video we posted about him in the summer. Now that we've introduced all 3 players in this equation, it's clear just how much of a good problem Liverpool has on their hands. Heading into next season, Liverpool will have 3 goalkeepers who could easily walk into the starting lineup with at least 10 top Premier League clubs. It's a great position to be in, but let's be real, it's not sustainable to keep all 3 around. In a perfect world, sure, you'd want to be able to hold on to them, but the reality is that the decisions will have to be made. So here are 3 possible scenarios for how Liverpool might handle this situation. First, the club could decide to cash in on Kelleher. In today's market, he's easily worth at least 30 to 40 million pounds. Selling him would give Liverpool a hefty profit, leaving Alisson as the first choice goalkeeper and Jurgen as the backup. The second scenario is putting faith in Kelleher. Liverpool could make him first choice goalkeeper, demote Alisson to the bench and send Jurgen out on another loan deal to gain more experience. The third option, Liverpool could strike a deal with a Saudi club for Alisson, allowing both Kelleher and Mamardashvili to fight for the number 1 spot. Now, while today's video is focused mainly on these 3 players, let's not forget about Jaros. The young keeper impressed during his cameo against Crystal Palace and in the EFL Cup against Brighton. With his potential, not only do Liverpool have the best number 2 in Kelleher, but they might also boast the best number 3 in Jaros. So what do you think, guys? It's a huge problem, isn't it? But hey, at least it's a good one to have. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, so let us know which scenario you would prefer. Do you think Alisson should stay as Liverpool's number 1, or has Kelleher earned the right to take over that spot? Should Mamardashvili go out on loan next season to develop further, or maybe you've got a completely different solution in mind? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed today's deep dive, why not hit the like and subscribe button for more? Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.